Okay, boys and girls, this episode is brought to you by PrizePicks. It's so simple. Go to the App Store, you pick more or less on your favorite players in the NBA, NHL, UFC, boxing, golf for a chance to win 100 times your money. It's available in states like Texas, California, and 30 more, plus Canada. For new users, place a $5 lineup and you'll get $50 instantly, no strings attached when you use code Timbo. Use code Timbo when you sign up. And if you think you know sports, it's a good way to make some bread. If you think you know sports, that's PrizePicks, code Timbo. Back to the program. Okay, boys and girls. Damn it, we're back again. We are back again. Got some special guests today. We got the featherweight standout, Jose Delgado, in the house. And we got the legend, Joe Diesel Riggs. Pilot Joe Decent Riggs.
Decent Riggs?
Decent Riggs.
Let's grab ourselves refreshment of our choice.
Let's go, boys.
Get that posture up. Anything goes this pod. Good warm spade. Nothing better. Joe Riggs requested some Herbulation this pod.
I did not. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I heard the rustling of a bag.
Take some ownership once in a while, huh?
Accountability is the key, Joe.
Let's open our minds a bit, huh?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Hell of a toss.
Let's have a great show. We have a lot on the agenda today.
All right, we're going to pause real quick. I think
Let's pause it.
my problem, sorry.
All right, boys and girls, welcome back to the show. It is hotter than hell in AZ. It's 108 degrees, and I don't know why it's so humid, but I'm thankful I don't live in like Texas or something with this humidity, or even Florida, where it's like you step outside and you're automatically sweating.
Not just that, you get out of the shower and you can't stop the sweat from dripping off your nipples. It just keeps on going.
Yes.
You don't dry off for sure.
Dude, and one thing that pisses me off being out in Waddell is seeing these animals, and some of these owners have no shade.
No, none.
No shade.
Dogs or horses?
And I want to go in their house and I want to smack them in their face and put them in the sun and just give them no shade for a couple days. Horses, cows, a lot of them do, but some of these houses, I'm like, dude, that horse or cow has nowhere to stand in the shade. It's getting fucking cooked alive.
It's fucking terrible. I'll call animal control for sure. I can't stand watching that shit.
Will they do anything though?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, actually, by my grandma's house, there was a horse. It wasn't even horse property, but this horse was emaciated. It looked fucking like it was a skeleton. And I called. I mean, it was fucking terrible. Had a 2-foot dong hanging out, but it was withered up. So I called animal control, and then they ended up carting the horse out of there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're thinking about getting some cattle. We're really thinking about it now. And we have one pasture we can have it eat, and then move them. I don't know how many times a week we're going to have to move them pasture to pasture.
For grass?
For grass, so you don't have to buy hay and stuff. And then I'll just have to get myself a little horse.
That's enough grass to feed fucking cows? Is grass we have on there?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot.
What else besides, how much how much will it cost compared to save you money on meat?
Well, it's hard to say. It's hard to say how much we'll get these cows for. The one things I'm struggling with is like with these cows, I wake up one morning and decide, okay, today's the day his life ends. And I'm like, fuck. I have to do it.
No,
I can't just have a bunch of pet cows running around.
I couldn't. Dude, cows are fucking smart. They remember you. When you start feeding, they start fucking troubling over to you, trying to greet you. You're not going to be able to snuff it out.
I mean, dude, if we eat meat from the stores right now, imagine how those ones are dying. They're dying way worse.
But are you going to kill it yourself?
No.
But you're going to order it to be killed.
Yes.
So it's going to be done by the hands of Red either way.
Yes. And then the kids that are getting raised on this farm we're going to be knowing exactly what they're eating. It's going to be from good soil, good fuel for the kids as they get raised, and for us. Yeah, we're about 80% sure we're doing it.
Why aren't you pulled the trigger yet? What's the last 20% on?
Well, there's the land, the acre and a half. There's another acre and a half for sale, so it's getting that land.
You got it, or you're trying to?
Planning on it. We're planning on it. Shug's buying it. It's right behind his property.
Fuck.
So we got plenty of space for it. So it's like, God, we might as well do it. Because having a freezer full, well, I'm lucky enough. My dad killed a buffalo, so I had buffalo, and then he killed an elk, so I had elk. But having those quality meats that you know are coming from a happy, healthy cow, and that's eating good soil, and it wasn't just a depressed, abused animal.
What's going to be the difference of this cow's life and compared to ones that's depressed?
Well, ones that are depressed, they don't even, especially the fat ones, they don't even move. They sit there in like a little block, and they're just.
Well, the milk cows, I've seen them have their head in a fucking that one that doesn't allow it to back up. So it's for them to eat.
Yeah.
But they don't fucking move. I mean, it's sad. It's real sad.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be good, and then we'll be able to have eggs, the cow meat, and then the fruit. So damn near be able to just live off the property, which would be pretty cool. But we got Jose Delgado in here. And Jose, God, I've known Jose's for probably coming up 12 years now. I remember I was teaching the beginners team at the lab, and then Jose came in there. I remember I went to Coach Crouch, and I was like, hey, we should let this guy on the team. He's got a little bit of wrestling, and he is a scrappy Mexican. Not super technical at that point, but just scrappy, had a lot of heart, trained hard. And just watching you train, you knew how to drill. You knew how to just be present in practice and work hard the whole time. And got onto the fight team at the lab, and now you're just fucking taking off. Brother.
How old was he then?
God damn it, you're taking off.
It's crazy, man. I was 18 years old when I walked in, and it's funny, man. The levels, I come from Yuma, Arizona, smaller town. I was training out there. I've been training since I was 10 years old out there. And you go there and you go to the lab, and you're like, oh, it's not that crazy of a jump, right? You know, the regular classes, the team classes. But then you get to that fight team, and you're like, holy shit.
Someone puts their hands on you.
You're trying to survive.
They put the pace on you. It was survival for years, man. It's crazy.
You learn a lot about yourself, too.
Absolutely.
When you fucking, you can get broke like that and keep pushing forward, for the next day.
But, dude, God, is awesome to see. Okay, so got the Dana White Contender Series fight. Was that on short notice?
11 days notice.
Fuck yeah.
11 days notice, took on Ernie Juarez. 11 days notice, went in there. Not a ton of time to prepare, and you need the dude in the beak.
You got three straight. Three straight putting him out.
Need him to the beak, knocked him out cold, boom. I remember seeing, it was pretty cool on the Contender Series because they show those flashes of like your family watching and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet that just melted you.
Oh, really?
Dude, I didn't know that they were going to put it. I knew that they were recording. I thought it'd be in the aftermath, but as I'm walking out, like I'm controlling my emotions. I'm being calculated. I'm being present. I'm in the cage, and I just look up and I just see all my family, bunch of little kids, and it's like, oh shit, like,
Damn.
all right, let me control this. But it was sweet. It was so sweet.
Did you weep?
No, but man, I felt it.
I've wept on the way. Don't be hard on yourself. But yeah, see,
Weeping on the way to the cage though, that's gotta zap your
You were
energy
right
up.
there when I did it. You were with me.
Multiple times.
Multiple times.
Yes.
I could have done without that, Tim.
Yeah.
Multiple
But again,
and what I got, I remember crying on the show, and Tim tosses a fucking towel over me, just covered my head, just see me rocking underneath the towel. It's because there's not crying. It just doesn't look good.
well, we especially on the show though, we were there already for 4 or 5 weeks. You already won multiple fights. We're so close to the goal, winning the 100 G's and everything. And you were almost going to leave the show. You were positive you were going to leave to see your kids and your
Really? I didn't know that.
and everything. I'm like, bro, we're almost there. Like you're almost.
If Tim wasn't there,
fucking
1,000%, I wouldn't have probably made it past. I don't even know if I would have made it to the second round. Because then for the finals, is it Joey Vs? So one of the guys I fucking, because the coach Greg Jackson, his two assistant coaches, I wanted Tim in my corner, so I fucking punted one of the guys out, and they got all fucking butthurt over it.
Mm-hmm. But Jose, okay, so Jose gets that KO on the Contender Series. They're like, okay, sweet. Then we fight UFC Fight Night 251, where Jared Cannonier was on the card also. KO'd Connor Matthews, first round KO. And that doesn't say TKO, that says knockout.
It's out.
4 knockouts in a row, Jose? Come on, dude.
Yes, sir. It's been a pretty sweet run.
God damn it.
Yeah. That was a cool one, too, to go and be on the undercard of Jared. Right after I won the Contender Series, I ran over, gave Jared a hug when I got back to Phoenix, and he's like, you're going to be on my undercard, and then one day I'll be on yours.
That's cool.
Dude, let's run that. And then they gave us the opportunity to fight it on the first UFC fight. How fucking cool.
Dude, being on the card too when Jared Cannonier's the main event, I mean, fuck, it doesn't get much better than that.
Fought a giant, fought RoboCop. That was a sick fight.
Dude.
Holy, that was
And
a
then
sick
RoboCop
fight.
killed a guy last week.
He did, dude.
God,
old
poor
old
Jack.
I wonder what-
Hansen, poor Jack.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he decided to drop that fucking hammer fist to the beak.
Dude, that was uncalled for. I mean, because you're not in your right mind, but there was a separation, almost a break that he even fucking picked up like little hop I hate watching their feet jump when they get hit and knocked out.
Their toes are already curled.
Yeah, it's just this more fucking damage to the brain.
I mean, you get it kind of when Hendo did it to Bisping because there was so much hate behind that.
There's
Like,
shit talking.
There was more weight for this one, I think. It was quite a not. I mean, it's all a short amount of time, but I mean, it was obvious watching how late it was. You know how.
well, yeah, when you're walking up looking at the guy's eyes and they're already in the back of their head, and then you fucking, I mean,
Yeah, fucking Herb dropped the ball at that. Herb should have fucking jumped in quicker.
dived those fucking dreads in, huh? Okay, so that was August. So you've been cruising, dude. August 13th, 2024, February 15th, 2025, June 28th. And this guy, a lot of people are counting you out here. A lot of people are counting you out against this Hyder, Amil. I think he trains you out with Gilbert Melendez, so he trains at a great gym.
Yeah.
He was 10-0 with 6 KOs and 1 submission. Hard-hitting guy, walks forward, gets in your grill, and then you fucking walked forward into a southpaw knee and knocked his ass out, dude.
Yeah, dude, everyone was telling me, oh, man, war, this is a banger. And I knew Hyder was a dog. I knew how skilled he was, and I knew how much spirit he fought with, more so than anything. I knew skill for skill. I didn't think he was to my level, but I knew just his spirit. So I was prepared for war. Like the J-Rock sessions we put in, I went through hell preparing for it. It was only 4 weeks, but I was already helping Mario out for Patchy Mix, and I took that very seriously for the Cheeto fight and the Patchy Mix. So I feel like I've been training a good amount for the last 8-9 weeks leading up to this. And, man, I was prepared for war, but in my head I was like, I don't think this guy touches me. And to be able to get it done in 26 seconds, God.
In the big arena, dude.
In the big arena, dude, while you walk out, you see the crowd, you're like, holy shit, like, this is unreal. It felt so unreal.
Was it? What fight on the card was that?
Second to last on the prelims.
Oh no! So it was pretty
good.
It was pretty packed. A lot of people there.
Yeah, I was expecting to be on the early prelims, and then I seen the positioning. They put me on the card, and I was like, ooh, it's a good spot.
Because the whole card was pretty stacked, so I think people were there pretty early. But yeah, there's nothing like when you walk out for the first time to the big arena. It's like, holy fuck, bro.
Dude, and then even the big cage, like I've been fighting in the Apex, I've been fighting in the local shows. It's a tiny cage. Tim was gracious enough to let me use the cage. The week before the fight, me and Anthony Cruz came in, pecked around, and I was like, damn, this is what 30 foot feels like. I've never felt a big cage. And then you're walking in the UFC cage, you're feeling that canvas. That canvas is tough on your feet, and you're like, oh, man. No, it felt good.
Feel fast. Yeah. Because every canvas is brand new, so I bet you felt just like, holy fuck.
Yeah, the canvas just felt so good. The cage everything just felt so damn good, man.
And you're just in there, and dude, just like Crouch was saying, just like you have that, and you really get to see it when you're in those high pressure situations in front of big crowds in the arenas, and you're still just stone cold.
Yeah,
still stone cold there, and go out there and fucking walking forward into those knees was so sweet.
I'm proud of that too, man, because I didn't always have that, man. And when I started, I was terrible at competition. The lights, and they're tiny lights compared to what we're at now. I mean, we're talking about T-Mobile Arena, but you know, throughout all high school, throughout middle school, jiu-jitsu competition, wrestling competition, smokers, like I felt like I could never perform like I did in the gym.
Really?
And it took so long to feel like, and a lot of it was listening to you guys, listening to all the older heads kind of talk about just that supreme presence, being where your feet were, not letting your mind wander too far, just being where you're at and developing that supreme presence. And now I feel super confident that I could turn that on when I need to.
That's
you, brother.
That's a superpower, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking is a goddamn superpower. So we got these KOs in a row. I mean, the UFC is going to start loving you. Well, even because you walk forward into those knees, you're getting you're long for the weight class, and you're getting good at punching people at the end of your punches. But this guy was standing completely up tall. The guy didn't duck into the knee. You walked in, and the guy's standing up tall, and you kneed him in his chin. That was fucking sick.
Where was it? Where was this? It came down a little bit, right? Like his head dropped a little bit, bracing for it, or nothing at all.
I held his head back so he couldn't pull away. So he was just there neutral. But he was moving himself so out of position. It was a short fight, but it was pretty chaotic for those 26 seconds. I just saw his upper body just constantly shift positioning. Like he had very little control of his upper body. He was just trying to get his feet to me. He was trying to close the gap as much as he could, but I'm not the guy you want to close the gap on.
He's got real firepower at that weight too. He fucking cracks.
Yeah, I mean, you're fucking big for the weight class, dude. Because what's the heaviest you get?
I don't get too heavy, like maybe max 170, but that's rough.
You look big though, man. You look real big. You do. I mean, you're 6 feet tall, right?
5'11". I'm trying to get bigger. I'm trying to put on the size. I've worked with Al, I work with J-Rock during camp, but really trying to build that strength to make myself a true athlete in this to the best of my belief for the weight class.
So you want to kind of walk around all the time at 170?
Yeah, that'd
24
be the goal.
pounds
Lean
over.
at 170, I think would be good.
You don't get fat.
No.
Yeah.
You ever
I
get a little
train so
Mexican
much.
gut on you?
Come on.
Shit,
man.
I used to, man. I used to be terrible, man. My diet was Jack in the Box and McDonald's after practice. So I was like, ooh, I need a little protein. I'm gonna give me a little spicy.
Charge up a little bit.
Yeah, charge up a little. Give me a fucking chicken sandwich.
There we go. Yeah, no, that's fucking badass. So the UFC rankings at featherweight are, we got number 1 pound for pound now, Ilia. I think it's deserved.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking deserved, dude.
Yeah.
17-0, KO in these last 3 guys like that. God damn. We
What
got
are the tools to beat Ilia?
I got it.
Tell me.
Go with Timmy first.
I just feel like the tools to beat Ilia would be someone like Islam, who's very good in one area, like very freakishly good in one area, and he freakishly strong and big at wrestling and getting on top, even with great black belts, making him look bad when he gets on top in half guard. I think that's the one way.
Right
What
now,
else?
I don't see any other way.
Yeah.
On the feet, I mean, it's going to take elite level, but I think the jab, the way that he got his jab off on Charles Oliveira that quick, that I was like, what is Charles doing? Like, what did they plan for? Like, he's trying to counter Ilia's jab with elbows and kick. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
He was trying to kind of collide and force the clinch, I think.
Yeah, he was. But do you watch Topuria? He when he's starting to sit down in the shots, his hands are fucking down to his nipples. You know, like that lead hook. I mean, throw a lead hook, his shit's down to here. That's one thing.
But again, it's like when you watch it in slow mo, you're like, oh, it's down his nipples. But then you watch it fast speed, it's like, foam, foam. It's like so
the
fast.
ability closes that distance is absurd. B5'7" at lightweight and closing the distance against 5'11", 6 foot Charles Oliveira.
When you're have you been in front of him? And does he feel like do you feel like you're a bigger man than him?
He's
Bro.
thick, man. He's just dense. Like, you look at him from this angle, and it's like, that's a small guy. And then you look at him from the side, and he's just a dense motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you look at his legs now at 55.
Yeah.
He filled out into 55. Like,
I thought so. Yeah, I could see. I could see
Yeah,
the
he
difference.
did the right work.
so at lightweight, you got Ilia Topuria champion, and then number 1 Islam still. I wonder if Islam. I wonder what his plan is. Like, win or lose, what his plan would be. If he loses, be like, I'm gonna go down to 55 again. Or if he wins, saying I'm staying at 70, I'm not making that cut again. Because Islam looks like, when I've seen him in the past, it looks like he walks around 195 pounds,
No kidding.
close to 200, and he's
Lean?
5'11". I mean,
Islam.
a real 5'11" too. And when he's making that weight cut, I'm like, fuck.
Does he look like he's wrung out? Look like he's kind of shriveled up when he's cutting.
Yeah, but also he'll be like, why would I cut that much weight and then go fight Ilia? Or make Ilia be like, you come up to 170 where I'm going to have some serious fucking size
What do you think
advantage.
about people doing that? Like going up weight classes? I mean, it blurs the lines a little bit.
What do you mean?
When people are going up even from 45 even to 55 and then even to 70, you know, I mean, it's
He'd be the first one, triple champ.
people have went up more than one weight class, haven't they? Not won it, but just even going into that weight class. I'm not just saying winning the title. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? It's
Like completely moving up.
No, just people going up and down. Yeah, I mean, just they don't stay in the weight class. I don't like it personally.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, it kind of holds up the division a little bit, but that's why he vacated the title.
So he's staying at
So
170. No matter
So
what?
if he goes knocks out Paddy cold, boom, and then he vacates the 155 title, says, okay, I'm not the champion anymore, goes up to 170 if they guarantee him a shot at Islam. And then he cracks Islam, then he retires.
Really?
Oh, that'd be crazy. Probably Paddy Pimblett though. It's like, what's the percentage? I wonder what ChatGPT would say about that. The percentage
Why speculate?
Paddy Pimblett winning. Could you guys put that in, Nick? You think the percentage that
I
Paddy
think the universe
Pimblett could
has
win?
quite a sense of humor, dude. And Paddy Pimblett would be the guy to beat Ilia Topuria.
What do you think
Imagine.
his style?
Yeah, he knocks him out. Just because the universe has a sense of humor.
Oh,
I find it to be,
For sure.
especially in fighting, it's like,
especially
bro,
in fighting, especially in this game.
yeah.
There's so many ways and so many ways to lose and win a fight. It's hard to. I mean, and it's who do you think it's a good style for Paddy? You think it's a bad style?
Bro, think of how many left hooks Jared Gordon put on the money versus Paddy Pimblett. Jared
Did he
Gordon's
really?
not like
I never seen it.
like the standout striker.
Paddy reminds me in a weird way of like a DDP, not in style, but just in the hilarity of their style and the hilarity of how much damage they take, but they still find a way to win and they continue to get better. And he looked so much more improved when he fought Chandler.
And
his
dude,
distance management, and he looks big. Like Paddy, I saw Paddy. I was getting a massage next to Paddy, and he's big. He's chunky.
he looks like he's
big
about
right now.
walks around 195
Yeah.
too.
Getting a massage next to Paddy. What do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
A couple
There's
of
two
rubbing
Italian
tugs.
men.
Do a couple of rubbing tugs.
So
sitting out there?
the opening odds for Ilia versus Paddy, it's Ilia minus 625, Paddy plus 455.
Wow.
The thing is, though, when Paddy comes forward with that lead double knee, he comes forward pretty reckless. And if the thing is, Ilia Topuria is so smart, though. He's so good at floating out of the way, and he's so good with his footwork and stuff. He's not really gonna get stuck in the mud. But again, it's fucking MMA, dude.
Yeah, it's
you
fighting.
could throw the most ugly strike in the world that's just, and then it lands and it knocks the guy out.
Fuck yeah.
Holy, can you imagine the arena if Paddy fucking put him down or something?
Come alive, man. Fuck.
Oh man.
As good as Paddy looked too, his opponents have a 0-13 combined losing streak between the last 3 of them.
Ooh, fucking right to the tits. But fucking.
But another reason where it's like fighting don't care. Boom,
Yeah.
he won.
Doesn't matter.
He's a lot more confident though. His skills are a lot. They're improving big time. Each fight they're improving big time.
It's
But again,
undeniable.
it's like fucking Ilia Topuria, dude. Jesus Christ.
He's as perfect of a fighter as I've ever seen, just mechanically speaking, with his boxing, with his grappling. It's insane. It's insane how well-rounded he is.
How good his style is built for. He could probably go 10 rounds. The way he's walking around.
So
he's
efficient.
Yeah. He
Doesn't
really is.
throw anything unnecessary.
There's another rumor that it's going to be Paddy versus Gaethje next, and maybe Arman would get the title shot. How do you guys see Paddy versus Gaethje going?
That's a sick fight too. Holy shit, that's a sick fight. Hopefully, but Paddy does struggle. Justin does struggle a little bit with good jiu-jitsu guys. Especially if the jiu-jitsu guy's able to take him down. And Paddy's the type of guy like, okay, yeah, Justin Gaethje's a Division I wrestler. He's a strong, but Paddy won't look at that and be like, I'm not shooting on him.
Justin's
I'll still
been-
fucking shoot on him.
For sure. Justin's been taken down a lot, too.
And Paddy's good at running people up to the cage and making his grappling work against the cage. Like, he's not shooting the blast double on a Gaethje. He's going to run his ass to the cage and does so well. He's so just sticky. He's such a sticky grappler, man. He makes those crazy moments happen. It'd be a tough
But
fight.
again, sitting in the pocket with Justin Gaethje, who fucking slugs, dude. Throws hard punches.
That motherfucker loves it, too. He lives for that shit.
And it's a little bit different than the Michael Chandler fight. I guess that would be the smart thing to do. But again, the UFC's risking Arman beating Ilia because that's a possibility.
God
If
damn.
anyone in the lightweight's going to be able to give him a real go, I feel like it's Arman.
Yeah, everyone always talks about the height advantages of being like the taller guy and stuff, but there's a lot to being the
Dude.
shorter guy, being 5'7".
Thank you.
Just even from the striking aspect of it all.
What the hell?
way-
What's going on here? What am I getting laughed at for? What's going on? Well, fill me in over
Or
there.
they're laughing with you. Let's continue.
I'm not
Jose,
laughing. I'm not laughing at that goddamn thing.
What kind of strengths do you think the shorter guys have?
When I was looking at Volkanovski, just the angle that his jab comes in, it's just this angle. It's almost shielded. His jab is his shield. Now that he's losing a little bit of athleticism, now when he gets jabbed and the counter's coming, he's pulling his head away, which I don't love. But early on in prime Volkanovski's career, he was so hard to get to, and I think a lot of that had to do with his stature. And I thought level changes against a shorter guy would be a pathway when I was looking at Volk. But a guy with like Arman, who's just as dense as Ilia, just as short as Ilia, it's a super interesting fight.
And someone like Arman, where like cardio is their strength too, and he's going to want to force grappling exchanges. But again, after watching Ilia, it's like, dude, he's probably going to knock that fucker out too. Who knows?
Yeah.
Do you see what advantages do you see the shorter guys having against taller guys?
I mean, if you're a grappler, just being able to threaten the takedown,
Just
and
on the
that,
feet.
and then that taller guy's always worried about threatening the takedown. Even if you're not going for the takedown and you're threatening it, it's making them freeze up a little bit and worry about it, especially when they get on the wall. How much
Absolutely.
easier it is for the shorter guy to lock his hands below the butt and get a lift. What else for shorter guys?
Just that's I mean the overhand just always finds its mark from shorter guys, just from the threat or the worry of the takedown from the other guy, and then just that slight glance down to the legs or a slight level change, the hand drops and just that always lands, for sure. That's a good take. The angles are for sure different.
Especially in MMA, you can be a really a shitty striker, but have a threat of the takedown and make a good striker look bad on the feet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Damn, poor Charles though. Fuck. Fucking cracked him with that right hand, left hook, just
Yeah.
right to the lips. Put him down. Okay, so featherweight division here. We got. So are you wanting someone in the top 15 now, Jose?
Yeah, man. I called out William Gomez right after the fight because I was looking at the top 15 and then I couldn't find anybody real viable. Now I think Onama's open, so Onama would be a good fight. I think he's somewhere around 12 or so. I wanted Calvin Kattar. That was the fight where I was like, oh, he's been in so many action fights and he's number 15, but he's got a fight. He's fighting next week or this week.
Who's he fighting?
See, on this
Steve
one
Garcia.
it says Giga. Did they update, or is this this
it
is
might have
Wikipedia
changed.
also though?
Yeah.
So it could be wrong. But Giga, Calvin Kattar was
That's
another
the
one.
sick one. Yeah, that's the one I want.
David Onyama, Dan Ige, another sick one. I mean, any of these guys. So Gene Silva's number 10, but they say he's got something in the works.
Yeah, I think he's fighting Diego Lopez, Noche UFC.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, that got confirmed. That's a sick fight. I seen them after the fight.
Yep.
I seen all the fighting nerd boys after the fight. I love those guys, man. I love their approach to the game, how analytical they are.
Smoking
They're just
ciggies
savages.
too,
Yeah,
kind of fire.
Carlos
Smoke
Pratas.
cigs?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Just chain smoke cigs.
I
I
like
love
that.
it. Let's go.
Like that.
Create the
Yeah,
habit.
Diego Lopez fighting Gene Silva. Holy shit. So number 10 versus number 3. Damn, Gene Silva gets through that. He's fighting for the title.
He's fighting for the title, yeah.
But then also, you got Aaron Pico versus Movsar.
And they don't want to give Movsar that title shot, do they?
to. No.
Why is that?
He's just a grappler, but I mean, he deserves it now. He's undefeated in the UFC. He beat Diego Lopez. He's beat a lot of good guys.
19-0.
Fuck.
19-0.
What are they giving Volk? Are we watching Volk versus Yair again?
It says to be determined still. To be determined. Is that like a huge fight? I mean, I think it's a pretty sick fight. Yair looked fucking good against Patricio Pitbull.
It was just such a shutout. The
It was.
first fight, man.
It was. We got Brian Ortega.
Fighting
His-
Aljamain, right?
Yeah,
It's a fun fight.
his
Sick grappling fight.
one of his coaches hit me up to say, "Hey, can he come train there for a few weeks?"
Really?
And I'm like, "Fuck, yeah, sure." I mean, we got some good sparring partners for him, and that'd be pretty cool.
Is he coming?
He's fighting Aljamain in China in August, and then Leon Murphy too, number 7.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
That'd be a fucking sweet one too.
Oh, yeah.
Any of these guys, dude. It's so nice you train with just such high level guys.
Mm-hmm.
Your skills are so well rounded. You don't really have any weak holes in your game, so I'm excited to watch you climb, brother.
Oh, man, I want all these guys. I tell everybody, like, how crazy is it? Like, these are guys that I've looked at for so long, watched all these guys, all the guys in the top 15, and now to be, facing them, how cool.
That's not hard for you. You don't have some. So a lot of people have that.
I had to learn early not to put anybody on a pedestal. I learned that at the gym because, like,
Yeah.
I had so much respect for all these guys. Like, I would almost fight them with that level of respect. And
Really?
it took, like, Nagashima told me that. He sat me down one time. He's like, you're putting people on a pedestal. Like, you got to chill out
It's
with
good
that.
advice.
Yeah.
It's good advice.
Hell yeah, it is. And then Pantoja took out Kaikar France. Pretty easy. So probably be Joshua Van versus him next, which will be a sweet fight.
Man, what a year that kid's had. 23 years old.
He's
War after
23?
war. Yeah, 23 years old. Only been training for 5 years. How crazy is that?
That's what's a little nervous about. I bet Pantoja
I bet
sees
his
that.
grappling's a real suspect, man. We haven't seen it. But at flyweight, man, it seems like nobody really
5
takes...
years.
Yeah.
No. Nobody takes advantage of, like, the grappling in flyweight. Like, there's the Tagirs and then there's the Pantojas.
Why do you
Those
think
are-
that is?
I feel like flyweights just get up. They're just so hard to hold down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Pantoja, he'll definitely have a strength advantage. They'll want to put him on his back, force him to give up his back. Because when you've been training jiu-jitsu like Pantoja for probably 15, 16 years, maybe longer than that, and then you see, okay, I'm fighting a blue belt.
Yeah.
I'm fighting a blue belt who I can put him on his back.
He's been training jiu-jitsu for 23 years.
Holy
Really?
shit.
Oh, shit.
And you could see it when he took Kaikar France's back. Like, when someone's been training jiu-jitsu that long, especially in the gi, their grips are so fucking strong, dude. Then they come up to your waist and you're trying to fight off their grip and you haven't been grappling super long. You're like, what the fuck? Their form and their grip strength. That's a real thing.
Shit, yeah, it is.
Then Benil Dariush, Renato Moicano fucking dropped him. Boom. Put him on his back. About put him out in the first round. Benil Dariush came out. He's such a good black belt, dude. God damn it, he's a good black belt. He's fun to watch. If you haven't watched the fight versus him and Arman Tsarukyan, you should go rewatch that if you're a fan of grappling. But he ended up taking down Renato Moicano, putting him in half guard, and really just kind of cooking him there. Especially how many times, Joe, have you dropped someone and like your adrenaline from just the excitement completely zaps your energy.
Oh, many, many times. Fucking, it's that fight with Ron Stallings when I dropped him when he fell. I freaking before I went and grabbed his knees. It was so noticeable. It scared me. I was like, just from the just having to for sure. That's a lot.
People that don't do the sport or anything don't realize that. Like, oh, you got him hurt, just go ham. It's like, okay, I'm throwing all my chips in then. I'm going all in. If I don't finish him, then I probably ain't winning a decision.
Shit, yeah.
That was one of the things I was like closing my eyes thinking about this fight just because I knew how tough this guy was. He fought William Gomez his last fight. He got dropped 3-4 times, came back, won the split decision. I was like, all right, mind my P's and Q's, dart him up. If I crack, I know I'm going to crack him. I know he's going to get hurt. Don't go too crazy. That being said, I tried to throw an elbow from hell as soon as I dropped his ass. But in my head, I had other plans.
Yeah, it's tough when you get guys. I mean, you still knocked him out, but guys like that, like even like Cheeto, like you're hitting him clean, you're hitting him clean. You're like, what the fuck? So you start putting more into it, and then he's still there. Then he's still there. That was a big focus when we fought him. Just like, hey, have to be disciplined on just touching his face, touching his body, touching his legs for 25 minutes.
That fucks with your head. You know, I mean, when you're cracking somebody over and over and you see people falling and they don't, it does fuck with your head. You know, like that. What's that green-haired kid that Sean fought?
Moutinho.
Yeah, how did Sean feel about coming back the corner and after that kid just took a fucking thrashing and kept coming?
Well, he said his hands were hurting so bad, and he's like, God, I don't want to keep punching him.
I bet.
So he wasn't really sitting into him until that last like 10 seconds. Then he's trying to sit into him, try to drop the kid.
Yeah.
I remember the Cheeto Vera camp, and I stole like just the idea of like attack the body on guys that are so tough to the head. So attacking the body for the last fight against Hyder, that was like a big phase in my head. I started the combo that finished him off with the jab to the body, but I was going to be peppering that body out throughout.
Peppering him?
Yeah, peppering up that body, but I didn't have to.
Yeah, I remember for the first Cheeto fight, we got to spar you a lot, and that was just like, we were so fucking prepared for that fight. It was such good sparring, and I was thankful for you to come in and help us spar for that one. Remember that was in the warehouse? It was during COVID. We were just so freaked out about getting fucking COVID. So we had that random warehouse. We set up a cage for sparring
first Cheeto fight?
shit. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And then Peyton Talbot came back, and he fucking looked good. He looked good, and they didn't give him an easy fight. And he came out, it looked like his confidence didn't get phased, which is always scary when you got an undefeated guy and then they lose, and you're like, how's their confidence going to be? It kind of took a hit. He came back, he looked just as confident.
I didn't get to watch him or the Moicano fight, but I was curious on him. I'm high on Peyton Talbot. This style was so sick, you know.
Nice.
We're in the sauna cutting weight, and he's like passing around headphones. He's working on an EDM mixtape. I was like, this is the most Peyton Talbot shit I've ever heard.
What was he doing?
For real.
Passing out an EDM mixtape.
Well, I don't understand what that is.
Was it a CD?
Oh, just his headphone.
Oh.
Just the headphone. It was his mixtape that he made.
What is so? It's just like a cassette tape or something?
Nah.
It's got.
Explain it to him like it's a 3-year-old.
Shut up, Red. No, I was just joshing.
Just the song playing
Yeah, I
in
know.
his headphones.
Yeah.
I knew.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, EDM is, what does that stand for? Electronic dance music?
Something, yeah, I think so.
What?
Maybe. I don't know.
So like
That could
fucking
be
rave
wrong.
music?
Yeah.
What a gay. God, that is fucking rave music. No, sir.
It's good. Well, until you hit a little supplements and you start hearing it and you're like, holy shit, this is sweet.
Fucking, oh Lord, I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah, but he's a nice kid.
Yeah, he was cool. They were cool.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Dude, the weight cut was so cool because I was at the PI and it's International Fight Week. Topuria's on one side, Oliveira's there, Moicano's there, Peyton Talbot's there. And man, I'm such a fan of the sport. I'm such a nerd. Like I'm in the UFC now, but like I'm
That's
looking
cool
around
feeling.
these guys and I'm like, holy shit. Like I was telling Benson, like, damn, dude, this is a room full of champions.
Nice.
How cool. This is the rooms I've always wanted to be in. Let's
It's
keep being in
fucking
these
sick.
rooms, man. Yeah.
And it's cool having Benson there too. Did Benson help you a lot with your left knee?
I started throwing that left knee so much because Benson dropped me. It's the only time I ever thought I was going to throw up from a punch was running into Benson's left knee to the liver. And
It's not fun.
yeah, I was just out on the mat, just in the middle of the floor.
I think it's his most dangerous shot.
Absolutely, yeah.
It impales you. Tim, was there a time, something when Sean was cutting weight or someone was cutting weight and you did something to the rocks where you did something in the room, it was bad?
And it exploded.
Yeah, what?
Exploded a sauna?
I think
Tell me that.
It wasn't a fight week. This was weeks out. This was at a LA Fitness here, and there was just like a bunch of guys in there. And I'm like, let's get her steamed up here, fellas. What do you say?
It was electric.
What do you say?
I guess it was. Poured some water on it, and it went woof, and it went to the ceiling. It like almost hit me in
Fire?
the face, and I'm laying on my back like,
You bucked.
yeah, build my way up. Guys are screaming out of the thing, and I'm like, oh fuck. She was like, what the fuck, you retard?
What's wrong with you? Fuck, I've pissed on the electric thing and it stunk it up real bad, and fucking no one can go in there for fucking
Pissed on it?
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck.
I was a little wild when I was younger, so
Oh god.
Quite the move, Joe Riggs.
Yeah, it was
It's quite the move.
quite a, yeah. Fuck you, man. Yeah, it's not good. I got a shirt for you, bud.
Oh, hell yeah.
So yeah, what was kind of for you? Like, what age? What was the moment you're like, I want to be in the UFC? That's going to be my goal. That's what I want to do.
I was such a fan of the sport, man. My brother would always put on the boxing fights, and it was cool to have people come over, family, friends coming over, gotten us out, like just in the garage watching fights. And I just remember always loving the feeling of like you could feel like the tension rising. It's a close fight. It's this or that. You could feel a knockout coming, and just the quiet before the storm of like knockout happens, everyone erupts. I fucking love that feeling.
And now you're the one causing it for the fans.
I'm causing that.
I love that.
It's
That's
so
cool.
cool. Yeah, the full circle of it all is so cool. But I remember watching Kane, because I'm from a small town from Yuma.
You
And
go to Kofa as well?
no, I went to Cibola.
Okay.
So Efrain Escudero went there, Calvin Gastelum went there, Kane went to Kofa. But when Kane fought Brock Lesnar and he was in the Anaheim arena and he's making the walk, and then like it says like born Yuma, Arizona, and I was like, oh shit, like that was like the moment where I was like, I think I was
could do it.
12 years old. I was like, yeah, I mean, he's fighting for a world title. He's fighting this monster of a man in Brock Lesnar. He whoops his ass and you're like, holy shit, like, all right, like whatever that mustard seed of faith that I could get there grew so much that day, like so much. I was like, from that moment on, I would close my eyes and I would see the arena. I could feel the light in my skin.
Who was it that beat Brock that night?
Kane.
Oh, Kane. Fuck. Yeah, I bet that was sweet.
Yeah,
I bet
that
that
was a
was
sick
sweet.
one.
So did you wrestle 4 years in high school?
Yeah,
4 years in high school.
How'd you do?
not well.
That's all
Not
you
well.
need in MMA, though. Some
Yeah.
pretty basic wrestling will get you pretty far.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, are you a better wrestler now than you were in high school?
Yeah, well, I've been improving that a lot, man. That's been a big focal point. I've been going down to Valiant since the last fight, and they've been helping me out, man. Angel Cejudo is such a like mind for wrestling.
Dude.
His mind for wrestling is insane.
He's way better. I mean, in my opinion, he was a better wrestler than Henry for sure.
They said he was so skilled. I remember listening to the Wrestling Changed My Life podcast. It was like a series they did on Henry,
Really?
and hearing them talk about Angel, they would say like Angel was poetry in motion, the way
Dude.
he grappled.
Yeah,
We were in high school at the same time.
Oh, really?
I would wrestle at Maryville in the summers with him, and he's just fucking
Just a stud.
Fun to fucking
Just a
watch.
guru about it, too.
Yeah, just
Such a student of it too,
Yeah,
man.
very intellectual about it. He would talk about it in different ways. It was cool.
That's badass. Well, a lot of times in high school, too, even college, like guys don't hit their a little bit of manhood, and they develop so much mentally after high school and
It's the
after
mental
college.
development too, man. Because I felt like I was pretty decent in the room, but man, just the lack of belief and figuring out how to attain those new levels of belief was big.
Someone throws a power half on you, and you just decide, fuck it.
Take it.
Get to my sandwich, my peanut butter and jelly in the stands.
Go to Korean barbecue.
How has that happened to you?
Oh,
got
dude.
some native running that fucking half on you?
After that car wreck, my shoulder got fucked up, and I didn't get it fixed. And I still wanted to go to wrestling camp with the boys. So every just half someone threw on me, I would just roll right.
Did you ever be on your back and fucking you're done buck once?
Oh yeah,
Just-
just to show the
bunk.
coaches.
Yeah.
He's still trying.
Still trying.
Fuck it, that's good.
Oh fuck. Okay, so then after that, after high school wrestling, you started to go to. Did they have a little Yuma MMA program? Or
I started in an MMA gym, which is so cool. Like especially this is 2009, 2010. Like the sport, you guys know what it was back then. Like you were.
What's wrong with it? What was wrong with it back then, huh?
It was just
I
studs.
think
It was
I think it was
pioneers.
like it was. Is it that difference when your eyes that you look at?
Just I'm saying like there was no Fox deal. This was Spike TV. Like just
Yeah.
I'm talking about the relevance of the lights on it, the money that was involved in the sport.
Yeah.
Like the prestige that the sport had at the time. To me, like I fucking love those guys. I saw Nogueira right after the fight. Nogueira was my first favorite fighter.
Really?
Yeah, I remember I bought this jiu-jitsu book that he put out when I was like 9 or 10 years old. Like he was my guy. Nogueira was the man.
You got to meet him. That's cool.
I gotta meet him. Yeah, I told him I gotta tell him. He didn't understand a word I said,
Yeah.
but whatever.
He just
No.
He just nodded.
He just nodded. He started petting me.
Yeah. Just grunted.
Yeah. Beautiful.
They're both struggling with their hairlines. They've been forever.
We don't gotta breathe that up, Joe
Yeah,
Riggs.
look, I don't know why.
So were you working much when you were kind of striving to be, when you were training? Did you have any side jobs or a lot of support from the fam?
Yeah, dude, I worked so much random jobs.
What kind?
When I got on the fight team, I was working at a hospital doing like respiratory supply, just a supply guy, inventory and whatnot. Needed a different job to make it to the team practice. Started doing insulation. Fucking sucks doing insulation in the summer. Commercial buildings, it's hot as hell. You're dragging up all these heavy bays of insulation up there. Did that for like about a year.
Still having to go to practice after?
Dude, going to practice, yeah. I'd get out like 2 o'clock, make it to the team practice, falling asleep on the way there. I was up at like 4 a.m. I would take like a 30-minute nap just on the mats before practice the first like year.
Still hustling though. Still fucking grinding a job and still making it
That's
to training.
fucking
Yeah, and those were long days, man. From like 18 to 25, 24-ish, I'd say like there were like 6-7 hour days every day in the gym, like just so hungry to make something out of this. Like I knew that I didn't have any evidence to support this dream really. Like I didn't win the state championship. I didn't win this or that. So I was like, it's going to take just fully committing to the process and then learning as you go along the way how to train more efficient, how to be smarter, how to grow, and sparring the higher level guys, sparring the Sean, being like, damn, like I'm not even on the same plane of axis. Like this guy's footwork is out of this world. I'm plotting my feet. I got to figure this out. Sparring a Kyler, like damn, his kicks are this. Like, you know how it goes. Like you evolve from everybody.
Yeah, that's fucking badass. It's always encourage the guys coming up. Like you don't have to be. If you have to work, everyone's got to work. You got to work a job.
Did you have a job?
Fortunately, I had some sponsors that gave me some money that paid for like $350 to pay my rent at the house, and then I had another sponsor that'd pay my gym fee.
The small businesses in Montana took care of you, right?
Yeah, but again, I turned pro when I was 19. So I was still making checks when I was 19, 20, 21, 22, making checks to live off, living off bare minimum.
Yeah. I was living in this like Section 80 housing when I first got on the team. It was like $450 a month.
Really?
And then one of my cousins called me. He's like, oh, hey, I need to stay. Like, I need a place to stay. He came from Cali. And I was like, all right, you can sleep on the couch. And then another cousin called me. So it was like 3 of us in this tiny 1-bedroom. One of them would work nights, so they'd sleep on the air mattress in the living room. And the other one was sleeping during the day.
Food stamps too?
No, I should have.
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
about it. Yeah. I had state insurance. I paid for a few surgeries. That was nice.
Yeah. Because what surgeries?
I broke my hand in one of my amateur fights. Yeah. Got a pin in it.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Which metacarpal?
This first one.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you think if you ended up not being a fighter, what would you be, you think? Insulation expert?
God, who knows?
Shit.
I would have gone to school.
For?
Who knows?
Just generals and
Just general. Yeah, just figure some shit out after that. Like, I had no eggs in any other basket, bro. I was all in. There was no safety net.
dude, that's fucking good shit there.
Yeah.
Is there a part of the training? What's the part of training that you like hate, but you still never skip?
Strength and conditioning, dude.
You just get
I just
annoyed of it.
want to prove my skill.
Yeah.
I wish I just was a freak athlete that didn't have to worry about that as much.
You don't think you're a good athlete?
No, it took so much years building that up with J-Rock, building that up with Al, like really learning how to move my body, learning how to put on size, put on muscle.
Really?
I was so scrawny when I first got on the team. I was like $150.
Even your explosion wasn't there either?
I was always like twitchy. I always had like athleticism
say,
within
yeah.
the sport. I could always twitch. I could always kind of crack.
As far
But
as I
just
can
my
remember-
grappling strength wasn't there at all. Like
Yeah.
grappling was where I felt real weak for a long time.
Just get ragdolled.
Yeah.
Especially about you. You were 18 years old. I mean, grown man. I mean, how old were you when you hit your man strength, Tim?
26, 27 probably.
Have you hit yours?
I think I'm still on the pathway, man. I feel like I've gotten a lot stronger. I feel strong. I'm going with the heavy guys in the room sparring, man. Jakar was able to give me a lot of rounds for this guy, which was great. Like, I'm really grateful for Jakar. Just Jakar's pressure and the way he pressures is so weird, too. Like, the decisions he makes is so unpredictable.
And he's so explosive. And when he decides he's coming forward, it's like it's a
Yeah.
lot of power coming
Yeah,
forward.
it's a lot coming at you. And then the clinching with Jakar felt great. I felt like I've improved my strength a lot. I was going with a good amount of 170 pounders for this camp just to deal with physicality. I thought physicality was going to be a big thing in this fight. So I was excited to get like more exchanges with him because I was like, oh, finally a guy that's 145. But luckily it didn't go that far.
It's nice too, even with like, that's the thing about when I've had surgeries and do physical therapy. Like, it really taught me how to lift properly.
Yeah.
Like, how many guys don't know how to lift properly? Fuck their backs up. Fuck everything's up. Just not knowing how to lift.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, shout out to Al, man. We all kind of go to Al, but we spent a good amount of time when I broke my hand, and then before my last fight, leading up to the last fight, I was in there three times a week with him for like 6 months.
Just doing physical therapy workouts, which are hard because it's like you don't feel like you're pushing yourself mentally a lot. But
this was just strength. There was no physical therapy. This was just him trying to put on power. Yeah, we were lifting good amount. We were getting after it.
It's nice because he makes sure you're in good position. You're not fucking your spine
The
up.
details are insane. Like, just like, flex this little dorsal muscle. And like,
Fuck, that's it. Yeah, it's Chance EK's dad. I worked with him for strength and conditioning for a few years, and it's fucking, never really got it.
no.
No, I don't. I fucking never really.
I
lifted
see you do
much.
pull-ups.
man. What are you talking
You do
about?
some pull-ups here
I
and
do.
there.
I'll do pull-ups. I mean,
Maybe some curls here and there.
yeah, you know. I'll
Some
do.
curls here and there.
But let's laugh at him. Oh, you fucking guy. Let's go ahead and. Yeah, I just don't know how to lift. I mean, I'm been blessed by God having a good genes and stuff. But it's never
I
been
see
my
you
bag.
lifting. You're lifting fine.
Fucking, I don't do a lot of things. I don't know how to do a lot of things. I don't. I mean, I just hang from a fucking pull-up bar like a fucking dullard.
Try to hump your way up.
Fucking bucking with your hips.
God, it's probably the part of training. I mean, I never liked lifting either. I'm like, fuck, I'd rather be learning techniques.
Yeah, I love technique. I just want to
wrestling
be a
or
master at that.
jiu-jitsu or striking or Muay Thai. But it is nice having that extra fucking horsepower.
Oh, yeah.
dude.
Those
It
fucking
really
runs,
is.
man. Jared's runs, those treadmill runs are fucking hell.
Those are just like they get your heart rate so high, and then you have to recover, and then your legs. It's like those are so good for you mentally because they're usually 30 minutes long, and it's a 30-minute fucking. I'm gonna dig deep.
You're spiking, you're just, and then you gotta resettle, and then you gotta spike again, and then resettle, and then spike again. And J-Rock's been a lot more into breath work lately, which has been huge. Love playing with the breath, especially immediately after just all these long inhales, long exhales, just a bunch of different varieties that we've been playing with.
That's awesome. This treadmill the other day, like I remember on the highs, usually on the 100%, I'd be going 10 miles per hour. I'm on 7 miles per hour, fucking feeling like I'm booking it. I'm like, I swear to God, this treadmill's fucked up because this is 12 miles per hour. I'm sure positive. I'm just like, oh my God.
I love that.
It's fucking pathetic.
The workout that's up on the board, like that Joe did the other day, is that the same one that Jared has?
Yeah, they're similar. I put it into ChatGPT too. It's just like how to, for a 3-minute round fight or a 5-minute round fight.
Yeah.
But Jarrett's workouts are those runs, phenomenal, dude. Fucking phenomenal.
Benson does it with no fucking shoes on either.
We got those Flintstones feet on him.
Still, man, fucking just crazy. He's watching these nuts.
God, yeah, dude. My fucking what do you call that?
Arch?
When the arch collapses.
Collapsed arch?
No.
Yeah.
God damn it. There's a name for it. You know what I'm talking about, Nick.
Yeah.
Collapsed arches. They're I forgot the name, but it's bad. It's bad. You have to sleep with that sock that pulls your toes back all night.
Well, you're talking about what fucking yeah, fucking
That Dominic Cruz thing? What are you talking
Yes, it's called
Dominic Cruz thing.
not collapsed arches. He had the same thing.
Thank God I didn't say what I was gonna say. Fucking bad. I was way off.
Plantar fasciitis.
Yeah.
That's it.
What the fuck? I wasn't off. That's all
Yeah,
right.
plantar fasciitis. That shit can fuck you up.
It
bad.
hurts,
It's
man.
fucked me up a couple times where I'd be out for months, picking up the marbles, putting them in the cup,
Marbles.
sleeping with this sock
God.
that pulls your toes back the whole time, just trying to heal up the.
You don't wear something that push pressure on the arch. I push it up here.
No. When you wear shoes, I remember one month I spent like $1,500, $2,000 trying to go to a doctor, get new shoes, doing this different stuff, and it didn't heal it. Finally, I got these certain kind of Asics that literally healed my foot.
Really?
What's been some of the worst injuries you guys had to push through in a camp to get to a fight?
For the Ultimate Fighter, I tore this left bicep, dude. And it just
God,
was like
you went through that? And
I was so pissed, bro. It was
God
just
damn.
that was a bitch. And then it had to been like 3/4 torn, and in the fight it completely tore off. and that was just a bitch.
You
I should have pulled
finished camp?
out. I should have pulled out of that fight.
Did you do anything why it's not like that little shriveled up ball?
Like a Matt Serra,
Yeah.
like half.
And then that was the second time sparring at the lab. On this one, it rolled all the way up my shoulder.
God. And that was it. You didn't continue with camp.
No, that one just fucking.
When it's shriveled up like that, is that just because they don't do surgery, or why?
No,
is
because
that?
the thing right here, it detaches, it
The head.
rips off, and the thing that's what's holding that bicep. Boom, boom.
Yours
boom.
look normal.
Rolls up like a lance.
Yeah, they
shape.
both got surgery, so they're both good.
And did your insurance pay for it? Because sometimes they look at it as like cosmetic. Because the only thing your bicep does is turn fucking doorknobs. And really, you don't need your bicep for really shit.
I think one of the biceps, Al hooked me up with a doctor who really helped me out a lot on that. The other one, the Ultimate Fighter paid for that surgery.
That's good.
Other than that, in training, I mean, probably the hands, but then probably another one was the bad concussion I had. Oh. And going in, like, I still need to cut 20 pounds to make 55. I just got concussed bad. I don't even remember the guy's name I'm fighting. And I got to fight him in 6 days.
What fight was that?
Derek Campos.
Good God.
I'm like, God, he's a power puncher
You
too.
took some
So
shots in that fight too.
again, that's the problem with not having a job though. If you have a side job where it's like, okay, I can make a smart decision, not take this fight. But if you're like, I'm fighting for money, I need to pay rent next month, then you take these fights when you're fucking injured like
and
that.
ego's such a bitch. You're like, am I gonna pull out? Like, it's so hard to make that call. Like, it's so hard.
Yeah.
When you have a family too, there was after I fought Diego Sanchez in the UFC, I had back surgery after that. And a year went by and I see my like 1 month of finances left to be able to take care of it. So I called my manager, booked a fight, and I had just stopped limping like that week. And I booked a fight like 9 days later because for like 17 grand or something in Canada. And went out there and fought. And it was like 40 seconds long. I can't remember this fucking guy's name.
Jordan Maine, maybe?
No, it wasn't him. It was fucking, I forget his name. But the fight went like 35 seconds.
And you were gassed.
Yeah, I took him down, I triangled him from mount and pulled over, and then fucking my stick starts shaking.
Please tap.
And he's going, and I'm fucking going, oh God. I'm pulling his head down. If he got out, fucking, I couldn't.
TKO right there.
Oh, fucking, he would have hammered me. And then fucking he goes out, and I'm like, oh God. I fucking start weeping, drag myself up the fence, and they're like, what the hell's wrong with him? Like,
that tired.
I looked so bad.
35 seconds though.
Dude, it was I was terrified of that fight. 'Cause I knew I had nothing
Yeah,
left.
dude.
And
Jesus.
That's one of those fights, he stuffs your first shot. Then
Fuck. I wasn't planning. Because on the feet I can go longer. I can relax, but fucking on the ground I just can't. Yeah.
So say for your weight class, Jose, they did a UFC BMF tournament. You're in it, and say you're prime. It's 2 years down the road.
Yeah.
You've knocked out 3 more guys, and it's a 4-man bracket. Who's the 3 legends that you'd want?
The legends in that division
that you want?
be Max, Volk, and Ilia.
Max, Volk, Ilia.
How fucking sick would that tournament be?
4-man tournament. Woo, it'd be good.
I love the featherweight division just because the title holders in that division are all greats. Like, they're all true greats in the game.
For sure. Fucking for sure. So what's your diet like? You eat pretty good, or you just hitting the Mike and Ike's?
No, I developed a good. I finally made those improvements, man, and it helps so much. You know,
What kind of things it help with?
Sleep. Sleep's been big, man. So just eating a lot more steaks, a lot more. Dude, I didn't really have steaks until I was like,
Why is
I
that?
don't know. Just I think there was a lot of us growing up, so we wouldn't buy steaks. Like, I'm the youngest of 7.
You'd be hitting pork.
Huh?
Pork.
Little carnitas, tacos. Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's a little bit cheaper for a big pork, isn't it?
I don't know, dude.
Pork's cheaper than steak.
So that's probably a lot where you were eating carnitas and stuff.
I was eating like carne asada, like little like thinly sliced steak, but like a good ribeye. Like, I didn't get a good ribeye until I was like 21, 22.
Skirt steak?
Yeah, some skirt steak.
I love skirt steak.
I love skirt steak too. Yeah, it was good.
So
But
yeah, the harder you're training, I mean, the more important it is fucking hydrating and recovering and even preparing yourself for those practice. So you got that pretty dialed in now?
yeah, I feel really good with that. The UFC PI has been helping out with that. And just getting good carbs, getting good protein, and just living simple, just good whole foods. Just being clean with it, yeah.
That's one of the things, like in the new age UFC, that the UFC brings you right after weigh-ins. They bring you a numbered jug, a numbered jug, a numbered jug. You're hydrating the right way compared to 6 years, probably 7 years ago. That's none of that.
No,
So
dude.
you got to know how to do it, or you have to know some fucking whack nutritionist who thinks they know, and they're having you chug chocolate milk and shit.
Yeah, I was talking to Benson and Yachty about it, and like how Benson could wait for the Frankie Edgar fight. Like, you're a world champion already, and like they're really just going in like high school wrestling mentality.
Yeah.
Just
What did you-
suffer.
Oh, just
Suffering, just like not eating for like 3-4 days.
people didn't know things. I mean, it is painful cutting. When you get to over 10 pounds, it starts to hurt.
And then you're the one in charge of the hydration. You got to, and then they're just grabbing you random Powerades and stuff.
Do you
and
think
it's
that's
like, fuck.
the way they have you hydrate is better than just using an IV?
I mean, I think that's like pretty debatable. Some people say oral's just as good. Some people say, well, the IV gets in you quicker.
And you can't eat what you're supposed to when you have to drink all that water. That's the biggest thing. I don't. I mean, they don't. If you get sick after the weigh-ins, like they did, like remember after I was thrown up after, this is 2016, that they would let you IV. They do that anymore.
I've never gotten an IV just because I could have gotten it when I was early pro in the regional shows, but I just knew in the UFC they don't let you do the IV.
Oh, that's
so
why
I
you
just
didn't do
never
it.
did it. Yeah.
That's good thinking.
So are you staying in like an apartment right now?
Yeah.
Where, like closer to the gym?
Close to the gym, like 10 minutes away.
That's nice. First apartment is just you?
No, I still got roommates, man. I was hoping for that 50K, get my own place.
That's so
Fuck.
fucking. Speaking of that shit,
But still, you're taking a peek at that account now and going, smiling a little bit. I know
Smiling a
you are.
little bit, yeah, absolutely, man. You know how it is. You're broke for so long chasing
Fuck
this
yeah.
dream, yeah. So it's nice to look at that bank account and not see it in the red, shit.
what responsibilities do you have right now?
Just fighting, man. I've
That's it?
made it my life so
Good for
simple,
you.
yeah.
Good. That is. If I give anybody advice, it's get the least
Yeah.
responsibilities you have, because when you have kids, I mean, you have to do these things. You have to, like me taking that fight in Canada, and obviously if I had no family, I wouldn't have to do that. That's for, you're sitting pretty, brother.
Yeah, and when you're striving to be a fighter and you're a young buck, when you start busting nuts in the vag, babies will
game.
start coming
It's a
out,
dangerous
and then
game.
those are your priority.
Yeah.
Not fighting no more.
And it should be. It should
Yes.
be. So you gotta, that onus has to fall on you. You gotta be smart with the decisions you make with the
busting.
busting. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Some people that lifestyle kind of suits them better, you know,
What's that?
like having
Little
a family.
cowboy. Yeah.
Like Benson, for example. Benson, I mean, because I mean, with myself as well, you have a stay-at-home wife that takes care of your kids.
Benson was like
your food.
27, 28 though when he had his first kid, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't
Already
like
a champion.
Super young. Yeah,
Already
he
a
already a
previous
champion.
When was it Cub when Cub was born? Because we were in, well, he was fighting Jorge Masvidal. Like that was his first fight.
Yep.
That he as a father. That's it.
So he pretty much he was established as a legend already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, before having kids. But if you're trying to be an amateur and grind and
Yeah.
I mean, you better be working hard, especially if you're having your girl full time working, supporting your dream. You better be in the gym all fucking day,
Fuck,
every
yeah.
practice.
For sure. But if you don't pay attention home, then you come home, she's out there sucking old goober. You come home, she's
over at fucking Lamar's house.
Yeah, sucking. Yeah, yeah, fucking that would be fucking. I wouldn't be able to take something like that.
Yeah.
Just fucking cheating on you when you're home working, when you're at work busting your ass.
So your roommates ever piss you off? Or are they dirty? Or are you pretty open about like, hey, you didn't clean that, you need to clean that?
Fuck. Nah, we're pretty all dirty, man.
Are you? It's just a pigsty.
Yeah. I need my own place, bro. Absolutely.
Yeah.
How bad?
Not too bad, but you know, it's not
You
as
just
nice.
you just go to your little hole and
I
lay in
go
your
in my
bed.
little hole, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been known to trash where I live myself.
Everywhere you walk,
No.
there'll be
no.
there'll be a
pathway?
a pathway of shit he's left
So
behind.
what? It's my Lisa was so fucking over it. She would just clean everything. So fucking every time I'd get to a hotel or when me and Tim were on that show, I had literally trash on the bed. And he fucking took a picture. I wish he still had that picture, Tim.
Oh God.
Of me, I was sitting on the bed and I fucking looked like I'm just in a trash island. It's fucking
yeah,
it's
it's a
embarrassing
shithole.
for sure. Seriously.
So, well, what's your Instagram, Jose?
J Delgado _145.
So give him a follow, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to
Appreciate
be a
it.
future champion. And if any of you guys knew Jose, the real Jose, you'd fucking love him. Nicest dude in the world, willing to help everybody, and just an overall good dude. Nick, what do you got?
When are you looking to come back, Jose?
Noche UFC September 13th. Yeah.
Let's go. So give Jose a follow. Other than that, if you enjoyed this show, then you'll enjoy the confidential show. It's on patreon.com/RedHawk Academy. We have a very good show every week. Sometimes things get a little hectic on there. So it's a confidential show for a reason. Also, the merch store is up, timbomerch.com. Go check it out. All the stuff is pretty quality. And thanks for coming, brother.
Oh, thanks for having me, man.
All right, boys and girls, we'll see you next week. We'll love y'all. Bye-bye.